what is the whole criminal proceedings like going from a hospital where you're actually a victim to now you're about to become a defendant?
You're not a victim. Don't believe that. After they shoot you, you go through the surgery, because they have to do the surgery wherever they at, close. They do that, and then they drug you, they super drug you, where you like non-coherent, and then they police escort you to the LA County General. And then they send you up to that hospital, and you're on the top of the roof where all the jails and stuff is, so everything is jail. It's just a hospital setting. So I can't move, my arm is numb, and whatnot, and they kicked me out of there in 1 week. They didn't give a fuck. Take your ass to the county.
So how was you feeling a couple weeks after getting shot in the arm? What was the healing process like?
It hurts. It really hurts. I mean, shit. What else you want me to say? It hurts. And doing your own rehab is all a part of you, all a part of your determination. You know, because the doctors told me I would never be able to do this again. They told me I'd never be able to do a pull-up or, you know what I'm saying, to work out or be able to reach behind my back. But in LA County, ain't no enemies trying to hear that, nigga, you gonna fight. It's like it is in the jungle. You know how the lions when they trying to eat something, they don't go after the strongest one, they go after the weakest one.
So how do you rehab without the proper medical knowledge of rehabbing a significant gunshot injury?
So I went to a doctor, and they start trying to send me to physical therapy, but the physical therapist would spend 5 minutes with me, but she gave me exercises to do. So when I would go back to my cell, I'd be getting it. I'd be doing it. I did whatever I needed to do to get me back to where I needed to be.
And what was the final deal that you eventually accepted?
4 years. And since it was my first actual case, I qualified for halftime and all that, but all that's a setup. All that's a setup. Because as soon as you get arrested again, they doubling up your time, and you're doing 85%.
So you get 4 years, and you're a young person at the time.
Very young.
First time going to prison.
Yes, sir.
Hitting that yard.
Hitting a level 3 yard.
What's the scariest or most nervous aspect about being in prison? Most of us who've never been, we think that...
Riots, because you don't know where it's coming from, you know? So you always on edge where you can know this a tense situation. If prison is loud, everything is fine. When prison get quiet, when you start being able to hear, when you can hear me and your conversation like this, something popping, the yard bubbling. It's finna go down somewhere. And all it takes is that one, boop, it's a chain reaction. Pop, 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 pop. And that's what scares you, because you may be walking home from work or whatnot and get caught up in a riot. You on the side where it's 50 Mexicans, it's only 2 niggas. I've been in that situation before where it was 15 and it's only me and the homie coming back from work exchange. Guess what we gotta do? We gotta get cracking. When I got home, I was back on the block, right over here, and I was kicking it. My little young homie, rest in peace, his name is Tracy. He died of cancer, fuck cancer. But he was going to the studio, and he was like, bro, I'm going to the studio, you want to come? And I'm like, man. My homeboy Ant was like, nigga, if you don't get your ass out of here, and what you finna do on the block? We finna do nothing but smoke. And it really started from there, because I went to their studio session, did a song with their producer, and their producer wanted to do 4 more songs on me. And I made a demo from there. And that's when Snoop was in the hood real heavy at the time. And they was doing training there in the jungles or whatnot. So my big homie had told me to come over, you know, they was with Snoop or whatnot, and, you know, come through or whatnot. Then we went up to King and Crenshaw. And I'm like, damn, you know, it's a lot of Bloods and a lot of, you know, the Bloods was out there, but Snoop is the type of dude that, you know, now that, you know, that's my friend, that, you know, he with dealing with everybody. You know what I'm saying? He understands that in order to succeed and in order to build us better as a black community, eventually we got to coexist.
So in the early 2000s, 01, 02, 03, you really trying to push that music.
Yeah, I was signed to Snoop. I'm on the church volume. I was on the church. We was out there at the doghouse. But I eventually got worked out of my deal through some third-party people, and the relationship between me and Snoop got strained. But it wasn't my fault. And when we finally talked about it, he was already working on other stuff. Because, you know, them superstars, they be doing their stuff already. So, but it didn't, how can I say, it hurt me, but it exposed me to more avenues with doing music. I started messing with Ludacris and disturbing the peace, and flying out to Atlanta with my boy Poon, because my boy Poon from the hood was a A&R over there. So with me doing my music and doing music for so long, I fell right into the mix of stuff. We had did Claustrophobic. That was the first hood mixtape, Claustrophobic.
When did that come out?
That came out in 2002, 2003.
And who's on that?
Me, Cuzzy Capone, Tiny G Bob, Husta Rob, Robin Hood, the original Six Pack, rest in peace King Lou, Baby Chico, no, Tiny Chico. It was a collab of everybody in the neighborhood that was rapping. Nipsey's on it. Cuzzy Capone is on it. That was the first one out.
That must have been some of their first stuff they've ever done, too.
Yes, sir. When I started venturing out other avenues as far as music, and I came up in Poon, and the Disturbing the Peace camp came along, I was dealing with them. At that time, they had a hot artist out. His name was Chingy, and they was flying me back and forth to, like, you know, St. Louis to do songs in Atlanta and stuff like that. But in the process, I'm gonna blame myself to this day. Cause look, when you got something going for yourself, gang banging is stupid. So, you know, take it how you want it. When you got something going for yourself. Now, I'm not telling you that I don't love the hood, and I love what it has made me, because that's who I am. But when you start making decisions for yourself as a man, certain shit is just stupid. And even if it's a part of the gang, oh well, it's stupid. But unfortunately, the situation that happened is that we was over here, I was on my way to Magic Mountain. And just so happened my girlfriend at the time was going to get me a t-shirt from the swap meet. And one of my childhood friends that got shot at by some cats over here. And growing up, when something happens to your friends, you don't think first. You just react. And what happened was, they got shot at. My buddies jumped in the car and left. And my last buddy that was finna leave, I jumped in the car with him too, because I had my gun on me. I'm like, yeah, let's go around here and see what's happening, because that's just the regular. I never made it back. You know? And I mean, I don't have to say what happened, but unfortunately, I was shot by the police. And I was shot in the back. And that killed it. My song was on the radio for 2 weeks. My song had just dropped on the radio, on 92 The Beat. Just dropped. 2 weeks later, I ended up shot, fighting an attempted murder case on a police officer with assault with a deadly weapon.
And how many total years you end up doing on that case?
12.
And
And that was the deal on Crip, because they was trying to give me 51 to life. And then the deal was 27 years, because I have a previous strike. And then the last deal, they said 19, and they came down to 13. And what's so crazy is that I didn't have enough money to keep paying for my lawyer, so my public defender told me, oh, hey, take this deal or spend the rest of your life in jail. The fuck I'm gonna do? Oh, hey, don't trip. Music, everything else, down the hall.
Now I think.
And then nip, and then, like, while I'm in prison, the crew blow up.
Yeah, when you're in prison, you start hearing about the Slauson Boys,
Right,
Nipsey
right,
Hussle,
right,
even
right.
Cuzzy Capone is doing this thing.
Exactly.
Everybody's doing their thing.
Everybody, I'm seeing them on magazines, and I'm excited because these are my real friends.
You must have still felt like, damn, I'm missing out on so much. I ain't even supposed to be here.
Every day. You gotta think. I'm on the Snoop Dogg, on the Deuces and Trays on the album cover, right? So dudes used to walk up to me in the pen and be like, hey, we seen you. So when all the homies start blowing up, they like, hey, this supposed to be you too. And of course, you feel it. You really feel it, like, I'm not supposed to be here. And I damn near gave up on music.
When'd you get out?
2015. I want to start doing this music. I have one more shot. I have a few friends that was waiting for me to come home. I don't like to name drop too much because that's not what this is about, you know. But when I came home, since I've been home about a year and a half now. I opened up for 2 Chainz. I've opened up for Razzcast and the Dog Pound and performed at the K-Day Fest. And just recently this summer, I opened up for the Migos at the OHM. And so I've just been steadily working,
How are you making all these gigs happen?
Connections.
Old connections?
The
or
plug.
New ones, old
Both.
ones?
Both. Because when people know that you have a solid foundation, they want to help. And then when people understand that you striving and you really working for what you want, they want to help.
Thanks for watching StreetGangs.com. Please like and share the video you just watched and leave a comment below to tell us what you think. You can also watch 2 of our previous episodes to the right. Please visit the link to our Patreon page and support our campaign. And don't forget to subscribe.